Viewers, you are welcome back once again on YangaLife channel, and we are going to give you an update concerning the road construction that is going on along Benin-Lokoja road. You will bear me witness if you are traveling from the southeast. Majorly, we follow that Benin axis, as in if you follow Delta State, you are going to bust out that road that runs straight to Lokoja. That is the major route, we that are staying this side usually follow. But somebody that is staying at Enugu may usually follow that Soka axis to get to Abuja. So, but something made me to, bring this matter up based on what the Minister of Works said recently concerning that road. It is quite interesting, and you don't believe that since 2012, about 5 contractors that have been dilly-dallying on that road since 2012. Check how many years ago. 2012, that's about 12 years ago. That's the time these people have been, playing along with this job given to them, about 5 contractors. Can you imagine? And they said 1 kilometer worth about 1 billion naira. So I'm going to, read out what Umahi, had a meeting with these people, what they agreed on. And Umahi said if they don't do it within 2-3 days, that he's going to terminate their contract, and he don't want to see anybody on the site except if they do what he said.
The arrogance of contractors in this country is quite very insulting. And so the position of the government is that if you are not signing the contract between today and tomorrow, you will forgo the jobs. You can go to court. We will not enter into any condition for the negotiation. If you don't sign the contract and you stay on site, I will ask the locals to beat you up. Yes, I'm on camera and I mean it.
So let me just, read up this write-up from a Daily Post so that you can have a glimpse and details of what I am talking about. It goes like this. Lokoja Benin Road, Umahi threatens to terminate 870 billion naira contracts with 5 firms. That is the title. Then it goes like this. The Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, has threatened to terminate over 870 billion naira contracts with 5 firms handling the Lokoja Benin Road. The 5 firms. I'm going to mention their names. We are coming to that. Then he continues. Umahi directed the contractors handling section 1 to 5 of the Lokoja Benin Road in Kogi and Edo State to immediately sign the document on the reviewed contract or face termination of their jobs. He gave time frame to sign this document. Let's continue. The directives was handed down to the contractors during the ministers' meeting with the representatives of Mothercard, that's one of the contractors, CCECC, Dandata and Saul, CGC and RCC. And I know that RCC, they have had an encounter with Umahi. But let's go ahead and see what happens after the meeting from what we are reading. So these companies, they held at the Ministry of Headquarters. So these companies that I've just mentioned, they held a meeting at the Ministry's headquarters in Abuja. Umahi further directed the ministry to, within 7 days, carry out a comprehensive audit of ongoing projects to know the status of work done the capacity of personnel and the equipment being used by the contractors. You see, I just want to, I'm bringing this thing up so that, at the state levels, the state can still learn. He's talking about, Umahi is an engineer, he's a civil engineer, and, he has experience of construction, based on what people are saying that he did in Ebonyi State. He helped to lift Ebonyi State, a bit infrastructure-wise. So he has the point, looking at the capacity of the equipment. You said you will do this thing. I want to see the equipment you have on ground. You say you can do this thing so and so length. Let's see your personnel. Do you have enough personnel to do this? That they will give you work, you will stay there and be sleeping there. Every day you put one block. You said you're a contractor handling 100 kilometers of road. No, that is not the standard. So let's continue. This was contained in a statement signed by his special advisor, that's media, Mr. Uchenna Oji. That was on Sunday. He accused the construction firm of playing pranks, wondering why the contractors who are part of the process of, rescoping and reviewing the contract specifications failed to sign the reviewed contract documents after agreeing to do the job based on the new specification. You see, they've not signed, they are part of the meeting, they agreed they will sign this document, but they've not signed it up till now based on the specification. That is some few days ago. Then the project was initially 121 billion. Now it has come to 870 billion. As at it was issued, the project was given out 2012. He said 421 billion, but before the administration of President Bola Tinubu, the project was already reviewed to above 870 billion. When I came in as a minister, I saw that the project was over bloated, and I refused to take the no objections to Federal Executive Councils. I had to go through the road myself, and I realized that some section of the road could not survive asphalt. So we started meeting, according to what Omahi said. So they started meetings to look over 5 months with all the contractors. So according to him, we started meeting that took us over 5 months with all the contractors. In the meetings, we agreed to rescope the projects. We said the new lanes should be done on concrete and the other ones done on asphalt. So we kept the contract up and we all signed the documents. We took it to the Bureau of Public Procurement. From the BPP, we went to Federal Executive Council, and before we went to Federal Executive Council, we demanded for them to approve that they could do the job. They all gave us letter of approval, he stated. See? Then let's continue. The minister said that the contractors were giving the jobs without having the required manpower. That's Umahi discovered that the contractors were giving these jobs to do without having the required manpower and equipment to do the task, and one that henceforth any contractor signing a contract must do so alongside the basic rate and timeline. Well, I don't know, some of the contractors mentioned here are well-experienced contractors, but I don't know what he must have seen that made him to say that they don't have enough equipment, and they don't have personnel. He's the one doing the on-the-job assessment, so he knows all these things. He knows better than I do. So, so this one will just open up more our eyes that some of these big-time contractors, they may not have what we think that they have. Umahi is into the system and he knows what to do at every point in time. But ours is to get this thing job. People have suffered along that route. I myself, I have suffered. I know what I passed through on that route. Moving from, especially that Benin, axis going to Lokoja, Abuja, that road has been under construction for a very long time. You see, so let us continue. Then, and without having any required manpower and equipment to do the task, and warned that henceforth any contractor signing a contract must do so alongside the basic rate and timeline. He said, according to Mahi, so the position of the government is that if you are not signing the contracts between today and tomorrow, that is between 25th and that is 25th, 28th, within that period of April, then you will forgo the jobs. You can go to court. We will not enter into any condition for further negotiation. This is what the minister said. This contract is over 2 billion naira per kilometer. The contract is over 2 billion per kilometer. You don't have the equipment to do the work. Let me even assure you that if you are signing the contract, you will sign it alongside the basic rates. You sign it alongside the timetable and you deploy it in 3 sections, or I will terminate the job. Enough of playing with the psyche of our people. He usually don't miss to mention such a point when it comes to about these white people, contractors on the road. Then he said that the ministry would allow any contractor to hold the country to ransom. Then Umahi stated that the ministry will not allow any contractor to hold the country to ransom or to impose their condition on the ministry. You don't want to work, leave the job. It's not compulsory that you must be the one to do the job. You cannot be on site and the people are dying. Just like what happened along that Enugu-Onitsha expressway. Sometime last year, about 5 people died on the spot. And it's not quite long that Umahi came and told them, make this road with bad places to be motorable. He said it just within the space of a week or 2 weeks, accident happened at Odumodu and they killed 5 people on the spot. We don't know how many that died after that accident later. Then you don't want to work, leave the job. I've said this earlier. The vehicles are falling and you are playing politics with the life of the people. And we fold our hands and leave you. If you are not working, pack your things out of the sight, he added. He did not end at that. Also speaking, the Director Highway South, C. Anna Obuago said the contractors had earlier accepted the new conditions and that letters of award were given to them. He said after the Federal Executive Council approved the augmentation, the legal department was brought in so that this new contract will now be executed so that work will continue on site. So far, about 2 weeks now, the draft addendum has been with the contractors and none of them has positively responded except RCC. You know, say RCC, they don't dig around with Umahi before. So RCC, probably they are trying to avoid him again. So except RCC have responded. One of the contractors, CGC, expressed commitment to the directives of the minister, saying a draft had already been sent to the head office. Well, these contractors, this is the type of person that they need, you know, in Nigeria. All this while, you know, probably the ministers have been, you know, playing along with them somehow, you know, just to make them do their job in a normal, you know, all things being equal. But Umahi is not like that. Umahi will make you to be on your toes and make sure that they do the work, because Umahi is not a barrister, he's not a lawyer, he's not an what do I call it? He's an engineer. Umahi is an engineer, a civil engineer for that. So if they are doing some things that are not, you know, going well with what he wants, what he thinks, he will go against it immediately. And another thing is that I know he has his own company that can, you know, do some of these things. If they mess up, I know his company can do those work smoothly, even with a lesser amount. Honestly speaking, I know they can do it with lesser amount, because from what people are saying that happened in Abakaliki, you know, the works he has done in Abakaliki, you know, I don't know how much Abakaliki has like that that can finance all those jobs they said he did. So his company can do it with lesser amount of money. In fact, by now I thought he would have secured 1 or 2 jobs for his company, and the standard is delivery. Let him deliver, you know, the standard required of him. And that is the point. It doesn't matter where the contractor is coming from. It's just that most of our local contractors are not giving, you know, delivering what is expected. Well, let me not waste your time. I'm still Chinedu, your presenter. Until I come your way next time, I say bye for now.